Hi, I'm Nikki Howard from Chiefs Flutes. I'm in the flute studio here at FSU as a music ed major. With that, I wanted to be a teacher since I was like 3, and I had an imaginary class and would make like fake lessons, worksheets and lesson plans and all sorts of things and teach. And then I developed a love for music, and now I can't imagine doing anything but music for the rest of my life. So I'm combining the two, and I'll be a music teacher. I'm not really sure whether that means being like a high school band director, which would be amazing, and I'm really excited about that potential career, um, or being like a private flute studio teacher, or also being an ethnomusicology professor would be really fascinating. I love ethnomusicology. I love research. Well, okay, I don't love research as much as like the act of reading research articles. Like that's really fun for me. Writing the papers is less fun, but yeah, no, I love humanity and culture and how it all comes together, and I love history, which is actually where most of my like previous leadership experience comes into play. I wasn't a band kid until now. I was a flutist. I love flute, but I wasn't in a band program in high school or middle school. I took a band class twice, um, and that was it. And so I wasn't really a band kid, just because I was really focused on my academic interests. So I was the Latin Club president, or the National Latin Honor Society president, actually. I was the editor of the Latin Club. But through that, I created a digital platform, a framework. I created a website. I managed a bunch of communications. I organized social events and meetings, and I did a lot of things to try to keep the club going even through COVID. Same thing for the speech and debate team, where I was captain, and I taught weekly speech lessons, and I did recruitment meetings, and I made flyers and posters and organized events to try to keep students engaged, even though we were struggling to keep engagement through a period when we didn't have all of our students in person. So I have a lot of that kind of leadership experience, and I built a lot of community because that was we also had a teacher leave in both of those clubs, and so we were dealing with having a new sponsor and COVID, and the way that we found to like really keep those clubs going was to build those strong communities and to show people like we're friends, and to just really have fun with it and have fun with each other. So I have experience building community, which I think would help me be a really good road leader. That's really important to me. I want to I love helping people, and I love making an environment where people are really their best. That's my greatest strength, is that I can bring the best out in other people, and I can really encourage them because I care deeply about them, and I see the good in people, and I think that's really valuable, especially for a row leader when preseasons is hard. And I didn't have marching experience before this year, and I remember trying to learn how to march was really, really difficult and really grueling, and I loved it, but it could be really frustrating, and I want to help be there to like show the ropes to a new rookie, and encourage them like my row leader Caitlin encouraged me with her endless enthusiasm, which I also kind of share. So I think I can really bring that. I looked up to Caitlin. There are so many people that I look up to, actually, in Chiefs, because I do think I see the best in people. Every single person in my section I could say something positive about. Especially Marina is one of my really good friends. She has such a sense of wonder. Um, let's see, Allison, my big, she knows exactly what is important, and she really cuts down to knowing what to do and being really on top of everything. I look up to her immensely for that. She's one of the only people that knows like all of the steps in March Over, for flutes, which is not as important as like knowing the drill, but it really builds to the whole experience. And I want to be as knowledgeable as she is. I could go on about everyone. Samantha Montigliani last year, when she was talking about how Chiefs brings the enthusiasm to the games. Like Chiefs is what brings the spirit. I really agree with that. It really resonated with me, and I looked up to her for viewing Chiefs that way. I look up to Dr. Plack because he always talks about how we are here to serve the community, and I think that Chiefs bring something really special to Florida State that bonds us like no other college that I visited or thought about attending. It was part of why I came here. A big part of why I came here was because of the community, and I think that Chiefs really gets to do exciting things like build that spirit. Um, as far as what our section did well this past season, I think we had a really good community. I think we were very welcoming, and I am focusing a lot on community because that's the job of a row leader, is to teach and to establish that first connection with the rookies, and that's what I want to do. But while we were really welcoming as a whole, and we had a great section, surface level like interaction, I would love to see fostering more individual connections between non like bigs and littles for returning members and rookies. I think that we had a lot of like rookie friendships, and that they would expand to like families in Chiefs Flutes. But I'd really like to see it like engaging because everyone is so wonderful and there's a lot to value, and I think we would all benefit from knowing each other even better. Also, I would really like us to be called Crowns or something other than just Flutes, which is small, but hopefully we can get there. It's my little side plug here. Yeah, I think that could be an improvement that we make. Leadership is incredibly important to me because in a group setting. I don't think I can answer all of these actually in time. I cannot physically answer all of